Alrighty, hello everyone and welcome to the Cristo Rey Network College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Chelsea and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of different sessions. So if you missed any or want to see any, there will be some on the website available at strivescan.com/Cristo Rey. So I'm now going to turn it over to our first presenter, and that is the University of South Florida.
Hi, everyone. Let me just get my PowerPoint up here. All right, can everybody see that okay? All right. My name is Jackie, and I am a recruiter advisor at the University of South Florida. At USF, we are let me get the PowerPoint. There we go. We are one university geographically distributed in the greater Tampa Bay area. So we do have 3 different campuses. The first one being the Tampa campus. So when you think of a big D1 university, you would think of this campus. Our St. Petersburg and Sarasota campuses offer a lot of the same advantages as the Tampa campus, just smaller class sizes and a more close-knit learning environment. Our total enrollment at USF is over 50,000 students. Again, a majority of these students are gonna all be housed on the Tampa campus. Even though the Tampa campus is quite large, we're still able to keep that student to faculty ratio at 21:1 with an average class size of about 33 students. During this presentation, you'll hear me talk about some of our big points of pride at USF. The first one I want to talk about is the diversity that you'll see on our campus. 41.5% of USF students come from diverse backgrounds. We have students from all 50 states, and we have students coming from over 140 different countries. Another big point of pride with us at USF is we're able to offer over 200 different majors and concentrations. These different majors and concentrations fall under our different USF colleges, and I have them all listed here. Just to name some of our most popular ones, definitely going to be College of Business, College of Engineering, College of Marine Science, since we are right next to Clearwater Beach, St. Pete Beach, and Siesta Key Beach. And then also College of Nursing, which is also one of our most competitive. Another point of pride with us, we did earn a new ranking as being one of America's fastest rising universities. We're now ranked number 46 among public universities. And this ranking was earned through the US News and World Report. So I love to talk to students about campus life and student life because I think that is an important aspect on any college campus and the college experience. So at USF, we have over 700 different student clubs and organizations. They can be academic based, they can be religious based, they can even just be based off of fun. Students can start their own clubs on campus, just need 5 friends and a faculty member to approve your club. I've heard of a Harry Potter group on campus, I Heart Chocolate Lovers group on campus, so I think there's something for every student at USF. We typically have over 1,000 different on-campus events each year with guest speakers and different concerts. We're also a member of the NCAA Division I Athletics. So we have 17 different D1 sports teams. Our USF football team actually plays at Raymond James Stadium, the shared stadium of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it's pretty cool that our students get to go to a professional stadium for free to all the games. We also have recreation, intramural, and club sports for students. So if you're interested in just, not playing D1, just want to play for fun, I would recommend our intramural sports. Our club teams are still pretty competitive. We'll actually travel over to like UCF and play their club teams. We also did just open our campus, on-campus Publix grocery store that I like to share with students. What's nice is they built it right next to some of our dorms, so students can go get their groceries and then walk right back to their dorms. I know I talked a little bit about academics, 200 different majors and concentrations, but I also wanted to mention that USF is a Tier 1 research institution. which means throughout all the 200 majors that we offer, students starting their freshman year, no matter what major they want, they can get started in different research projects. These are projects that they can have published by the time they graduate USF. It's something that they can add to their resumes. And these research projects are done alongside their faculty members. We also have our Judy Gunshaft Honors College. We have a lot of study abroad opportunities for students. Study abroad programs that students may be gone for a 1-week trip to a whole semester to a whole year. And then of course we have access to local, national, and global internships. I always recommend students reach out to our career services team because they can assist students in finding these internships. I also want to talk about campus housing. So we have housing on the Tampa and St. Petersburg campuses. Freshmen are allowed to apply to any of the housing styles. They're not limited to one. So we have your traditional style where you have a roommate in there with you. For students who do want something a little bit more independent living, I would recommend our suite style or apartment styles. On the Tampa campus, we also have Greek life, and those students live in the Greek villages. And then throughout all the housing styles, we have living learning communities. Students can be roommates with and live around students that have the similar interests and hobbies or studying the same major. So now I just want to get into our freshman admissions information and how to apply to USF. So our application process is pretty simple. You can apply online or through the coalition or a common application, and we will not take a preference on whichever way you choose to apply. We do have the application fee of $30, or if you would like, you have a fee waiver, we can take ACT, SAT, or the NACAC fee waiver. And then to complete that application, we're just going to need that official high school transcript sent from your high school, or your guidance counselor can email that to us. And then we'll need your standardized test scores, and that's ACT and or SAT. And please keep in mind that we do super score. So as many times as you take those tests, you can submit all those scores over for your best score. Real quick, I'll talk about some deadlines. So we do have our priority deadline this year is December 1st. So we just recommend students apply by that time and complete their application to be more competitive at that time. The next most important deadline I want to talk to students about is that scholarship deadline, and it's going to be January 15th for us. So you just want to make sure that you have your application completed with your test scores, your application payment, and the transcript in, so you can be considered for those merit-based scholarships, which I will show you on this slide. Here I have listed our Florida residents, the in-state awards, and then below is the non-Florida, so the out-of-state students in their awards, and also international. So again, as long as you have that application completed by January 15th and you have the GPA and one of those test scores, this award would be yours. And I can also throw that link in here too, so it might be easier for you guys to refer back to it. So I'll be sure to put that link in here. So another point of pride for us, cost of attendance. So we're proud to share this because we do have one of the lowest rates in the country. Our rates are often the same or lower than in-state rates at non-Florida universities. So not only is it great to have one of the merit-based scholarships, but already having the lower cost and attendance is pretty great too. And on the chart, we have the Florida resident tuition fees, housing, books, and the non-Florida, so you can get the rough estimate. And then this actually is my last slide. So I do have my direct email here along with our website. If you have any questions, you're interested in coming in for a tour, please just reach out directly to me. I'm really happy to assist. It's knj@usf.edu. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for that presentation. That was wonderful. Okay, I'm going to pass it off to Florida Southern College now.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, make sure everything looks good, and it does here. So I'll go ahead and I will get started Excited to be here tonight and welcome everyone. My name is Joe Madigan. I serve as the Director of Undergraduate Recruitment Outreach at beautiful Florida Southern College in Lakeland, Florida. Just a little housekeeping tip. If you have questions, throw those in the Q&A chat here tonight, no matter where you're coming from. Excited that you're here. I serve as the admission counselor for students from Southwest Florida, so from South Tampa down to the Naples area, but we got a great admission team to help out no matter where you're coming from. A little bit of basic information about Florida Southern College. Florida Southern is located in the Tampa Bay area, representing strong here tonight. We are in Lakeland, Florida. We're actually halfway in between Orlando and Tampa, with about 30 minutes east of us being the Walt Disney World Resort and about 30 minutes west of us being downtown Tampa. So almost exactly halfway. We were founded in 1883, which makes us the oldest private university in the state of Florida. We have about 3,000 total students at Florida Southern College earning undergraduate bachelor's degrees. And then we have anywhere between 600 and 700 students earning master's and doctoral degrees as well. Of the 3,000 students on our campus, about 60% are from the state of Florida and about 40% are from outside the state of Florida. Our student body represents nearly all 50 states and US territories as well, included in that, about 50 foreign countries. And a couple of points of pride, Florida Southern College was actually just ranked number 8 best regional university in the South by US News and World Report, and number 8 in the nation for undergraduate teaching by US News and World Report in their most recent rankings. One of the reasons for that is the academic opportunities for our students. Florida Southern has over 70 different academic programs to study that are spread across 5 different schools at Florida Southern. In addition to that, we have 16 pre-professional tracks that range everything from pre-health, pre-medicine, pre-dentistry, pre-veterinary medicine, to name a few. Some of our most popular majors at Florida Southern include biology, very strong marine biology programs. We are a direct admit nursing program, our most competitive admission program at Florida Southern, where students applied for admission to the school as a whole and to the School of Nursing at the same time reviewed for admission. Our School of Business, just ranked by Poets and Quants, #1 in North America for quality of teaching in the top 100. And then very strong fine arts as well at Florida Southern, for music, theater, studio art, graphic design, and then exercise science linking into physical therapy, I'd like to tout. We're a liberal arts college at our core, so no matter what major you choose from any of our 70 over academic programs, if you're really looking for a well-rounded degree, you're gonna have that no matter what you choose. I'll also share with you at Florida Southern College, you start in your academic major right away. You don't have to start in gen ed core courses. You can start right in your major right away. And we believe in focusing on you as a student first and foremost. And we have an emphasis on engaged learning and experiential education. You learn by doing and being an active participant in the classroom, regardless of major again. We believe in the power of immersing our students in their field as soon as possible, not just on campus, but off campus. Maybe participating in science research and antibiotic research with the Tiny Earth Network, or going out to the Tampa estuary where we have actual research facilities and students are actually working on a NASA Science Foundation grant of over $1 million, understanding how crab populations are affected by climate change that's there. Or maybe studying in our School of Education right on campus in our own elementary and middle school right on campus. We're able to offer engaged learning experiences in part because of our small class sizes. Our average class size is 17 students. We are 100% faculty taught and advised at Florida Southern. No teaching assistants, no student assistants, no large lecture halls. Right away, you're getting to connect with those faculty in a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio. I'll also share with you something unique about Florida Southern. We offer 3 guarantees to every student. We guarantee you graduate in 4 years' time at Florida Southern College. You're going to get the opportunity to do a professional internship, and you'll have the opportunity to study abroad. The first guarantee I'd like to highlight is studying abroad. We have a program called the Junior Journey, where a student can go abroad for 7 to 10 days over a school break in the junior senior year, earn college credit, have an academic component to that. And the best part of our trips is they are at little to no cost. They're actually included already in the cost of the college tuition. For internships at Florida Southern, 95% of our students are going to complete an internship by the time they graduate. And over 60% of our students are actually offered a job by the location that they do internships. You can do this in your local area if you'd like to do so, or here in the Central Florida area, or maybe you have the option of going back home. We'll work with you to find that opportunity. Last guarantee is graduating in 4 years' time. As the national average continues to rise for graduating with a bachelor's degree at Florida Southern, no, we're going to accept any of your college credits you're coming in with, whether it be AP, IB, dual enrollment, ACE classes, and you'll pair it with an advisor to make sure you're going to graduate on time. This leads to outcomes. Our outcome rate, which we're most proud of at Florida Southern, is 95%. And that means students achieving post-graduation success after graduation is 1/3 of our students go on to graduate school and 2/3 go into the workforce, with even 100% of our students in our pre-med program this year going into graduate schools of medicine. We guarantee housing at Florida Southern and want you to have a great experience. We are a residential campus with 93% of our students living on campus for all 4 years. And that includes our on-campus first-year housing options pictured here. We have 16 total options, including off-campus apartments, to make sure you're successful and feeling supported. We have 10 on-campus dining options that include our brand new pretzel maker on campus. We also have the students interested in Steak and Shake, Starbucks, so you have all the comforts of home and the excitement of NCAA Division II athletics, whether that be in baseball, basketball, soccer, lacrosse. Recruitment is managed by our coaches on campus. We even have some unique club sports, really cool one, pun intended, that's ice hockey here at Florida Southern. We are an NACE competitive level esports program, have our own arena, the second largest in the state of Florida for League of Legends, Overwatch, and Rocket League. There's tons to be involved in at Florida Southern with over 125 different clubs, organizations, and activities. 1/4 of our students are involved in Greek life. We have orchestras, ensembles, choirs, allies clubs, Black Student Union, multicultural organizations, our Hispanic Student Council at Florida Southern. But what binds all of our students together, no matter what you choose to be involved in, because there's something for everyone, is our cornerstone. This is our honor code, our value system at Florida Southern, where we believe no matter your background, no matter where you come from, no matter what you have going on in your life, you're going to be welcomed on our campus here at Florida Southern College. And that's our foundings and traditions and the pillars of our cornerstone and what binds our students together. Speaking of becoming a student, I want to take the last couple minutes here tonight to talk about how to become a Florida Southern student. It's free to apply to Florida Southern College. Save your application fee waivers. We don't need them. You can apply through the common application, the coalition application, or our own online application. We don't have a preference. You can apply early action now at Florida Southern, non-binding. If you do so by November the 1st, you'll get a fun pair of mock socks that'll come from Florida Southern as well. If you're coming from the north, maybe it'll warm your feet over the winter time. When we review applications for admission, we do so holistically. And what that means is we want to look at you as a well-rounded student. We will need your high school transcript, and we recalculate your GPA and look at the weighted GPA, giving credit for all those high academic courses you've been taking. Florida Southern is a test optional school. It's up to you if you want to submit your test scores on the SAT or ACT. What we really need from you is a high school transcript, an online application, an essay to allow us to get to know you, and a letter of recommendation. We look for strong students that are going to be a good fit for the Florida Southern College community, and we'll send you an admission decision within 3 to 4 weeks of applying and getting everything in for your application. We started sending out offers of admission beginning on September the 1st for next fall. If you are a senior, now is the time to apply. If you're a junior, maybe you're looking at scholarship opportunities for schools too. Florida Southern automatically considers any student for merit scholarships. You don't have to apply separately. Our merit scholarships this year range between $7,000 and $21,000 per year. We are a stacking scholarship school as well. What that means, if you're earning any local area scholarships, you're in the state of Florida, maybe at Cristo Rey in Tampa, you're getting Bright Futures Ease, Florida Prepaid. We have talent scholarships. We even have full tuition and full ride scholarships students can qualify for. That's a little bit of information about Florida Southern College tonight. Come and visit us. We are open for tours and would love for you to join us virtually this Saturday for our virtual day on campus open house. Check out our website. And one last slide for you. If you'd like my contact information, there's a QR code here for you tonight. Connect with us. And anybody that's here tonight as a presenter would love to connect with you and answer your questions. Thanks for having me tonight, learning more about Florida Southern.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All righty. Next up, we have Mississippi State. Take it away.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Hopefully that looks good. Can you guys see that? Okay, I'm gonna hope so. So first and foremost, thank you just for taking some time out of your evening to jump on here with us and learn a little bit more about your college options. And so I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is Grant Nairn. I'm the Assistant Director of Recruitment, Undergraduate Recruitment at Mississippi State University. This is my 7th year with the university, and I work with all students basically on the eastern side, so East Coast, from everywhere from Florida to Maine, and a little bit of the Midwest. And so I'm super excited that you jumped on with us to learn a little bit more about your opportunities. So just to give you some background knowledge about Mississippi State University and the opportunities that are awaiting you. We are located in Starkville, Mississippi. So it is a rural college town, but we are a small college town and a top 25 college town voted by students. So we do have some fantastic opportunities for students, as you can see. We are a Tier 1 Top 100 research institution, so we do provide a lot of undergraduate research access and opportunities to students starting out their first semester on campus. So we do have a lot of acreage that comes with having research farms and research centers right there at students' fingertips. We are Division I athletics located in the Southeastern Conference. We do have right about 23,000 students on our campus. So there's a lot of publicity that comes with that. But on the flip side, we still provide a small learning environment because we've done a lot of research and student tracking with student success, and you guys are more successful in smaller learning environments. So we have about a 16-to-1 student faculty ratio. So you kind of get the best of both. You get the feeling of being a part of a large institution, but still that small learning environment for you to learn in. We were founded in 1878 as Mississippi A&M, standing for Agricultural and Mechanics, because we are Mississippi's land-grant institution. And so our pillars are in agriculture and in engineering, is what I like to say, for the mechanics portion. But we've acquired a lot of other majors here at Mississippi State. So as I mentioned, over 180 different majors and concentrations. So everything ranging from agriculture to architecture, and we're going to talk a little bit about those and the different opportunities that you have with us here on campus. So we are voted a top 10 research institution for agriculture and life sciences. And every major across our campus actually has access to research. Like I said, being a top 100 Carnegie Research Institution, we do have that access for students in every major across the board. And so we have agriculture and life sciences. We are a top 25 program in all of North America for architecture, art, and design. We do have some really cool things that they're doing within those academic colleges. Within our College of Ag and Life Sciences, we are partnering with the USDA Witten Research Center. And basically their food research that they're doing is they have over 20 years of being ranked as the top 5% in agricultural and natural resources research and development, which is really cool because they're working to eradicate food hunger and enhance food safety quality, which is really cool and really unique. And so you have that opportunity here at Mississippi State. Within our College of Architecture, Art, and Design, they're a top 25 program, like I mentioned, all of North America. And right now they're actually partnering with the Carl Small Town Center. And it's basically looking to renovate and provide meaningful design for small towns throughout the United States, which is really cool because they think that, the rural, smaller communities have some impacts. And so it's really cool to see how they're kind of tying back to that. We do have a College of Arts and Sciences that's very eclectic, has lots of opportunities for students. Our College of Business, we have some phenomenal programs such as international business, professional golf management, and entrepreneurship. We do have a College of Education hosting all of your traditional education majors. And then in addition to that, kinesiology, if you're interested in going to physical therapy or occupational therapy and what that kind of looks like. Back at the College of Engineering, we have everything from aerospace, biomechanical, biomedical, civil, computer, electrical, mechanical, petroleum, the whole 9 yards. Because this was, again, one of our pillars is engineering. And so we actually are working with the Raspet Flight Research Laboratory and home of the Raspet Flight Research Laboratory, working with the Federal Aviation Administration because they've deemed us as the lead research institution in the United States for doing any research regarding drones or unmanned aircraft systems. So it's really cool just to kind of know what that looks like. We've actually recently partnered with Amazon because we're looking to get you same-day goods delivered same day, which is really cool and unique. I'm not ready for that. In addition to that, we do have a College of Forest Resources, which is super unique in that you can major in forestry environmental conservation, sustainable bioproducts, a lot of cool options for students as we are working toward keeping Earth healthy, which is really unique as well. So those are a little bit about the academic programs that we do offer. One of the biggest things I like to talk about is student life. As many of my colleagues on here have mentioned, we encourage you to get involved in some capacity. Student success research shows that students are more successful in the classroom if you can get involved in at least one student organization during your time on campus. And so whatever that looks like for you, we definitely encourage you to do that and push that for you. At Mississippi State specifically, we have over 360 student organizations, so we have plenty for you to choose from. They range from everything from Greek life to honor societies, student government, student association, the Holmes Cultural Diversity Center. So there's a lot to choose from. And then we have a left-handers club. I think it's for left-handed people too. I think it's like a support group, not really sure because I'm a right-hander, but some very unique opportunities for you to get acclimated to campus and make it your home away from home. And that's my biggest encouragement to you, no matter where you look to go, is to definitely get involved during your time on campus. So our application is live. If you are interested in applying, you can actually apply a few different ways, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But this kind of gives you a general timeline of something to guide by throughout your senior year. So our application is live. Our scholarship application will open here in just a few short weeks on October 1st. And we encourage you to have your scholarship priority deadline or your scholarship priority application in by December 1st. So lots of cool options and just kind of something to note. At Mississippi State University, we are right at about $35,000 per year. So that's for non-resident students. That is the whole 9 yards, non-residents tuition and fees, and that includes your housing and your meal plan. Freshmen are required to get a housing, to live on campus and housing, and also have a meal plan. We do have some fantastic options for you. And again, that number can fluctuate just kind of depending on what you choose. Now, obviously, we want to help you as much as we can in bringing that cost down. So here at Mississippi State, you'll gain access to a general scholarship application after you apply. And you can then talk a little bit about the scholarship options for you, merit-based, need-based, and academically and departmental scholarships. So you do have a lot of options to help drive that cost down and make it a little bit more of an affordable option. So at Mississippi State, you can apply through the Common App, you can apply through Coalition or our institutional online application, no preference given. We do practice rolling admission, so you can apply back when it opened on August 1st, you can apply at Christmas, you can apply in March if you want to. So just kind of whatever that looks like for you, based on your experiences, we'll accept all applications through the 10th day of class of the next year. So you can even apply into the summer. And then we just need your high school transcript and the $40 application fee. We are test optional. We do not require test scores for the purpose of admission evaluation, but we do encourage you to test if you have access, because we do have some fantastic merit-based scholarships that you gain access to. With the testing option, those scholarships, they start with a 22 ACT, an 1100 SAT, or a 3.0 GPA, and you can qualify for about $8,500 per year. So that brings that $35,000 down a whole lot. And again, these are just some of the scholarship opportunities that I've mentioned earlier. One of the things I definitely always like to hit on is the veterans waiver that you see listed. So this is actually to basically any dependent of a veteran, whether your veteran is retired or they're an active service member, we will actually give you a non-resident tuition waiver. So we will completely waive your out-of-state tuition in regards to Mississippi State. We are open for visits. You can do in-person on-campus visits. We have virtual options for you as well. And we have some fantastic preview days. Biggest thing to do is just get on campus, because you need to know if a school fits you at some point or another. And what I'm going to do is list my contact information right here. So if you ever need anything, please feel free to let me know. And there's a QR code right there if you want to scan some things to get more information about Mississippi State. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And last but not least, London Metropolitan University.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Chelsea, and thank you everyone for being here. My name is Jadon Joyner, and I represent London Metropolitan University in the UK. So we're gonna all go across the Atlantic Ocean now, and we're going to check out a London-based university. So again, my name is Jadon Joyner, and I'm based in Los Angeles, California. I'm one of 2 international officers who help students all over North America. So whether you are a US citizen in the States or outside of the States, or someone just residing in the States, we help all of those students. I'm originally from New York, but all of my family is actually in Gary, Indiana. So not too far from Chicago, so the Midwest. And I primarily look after students in the Midwest, Southwest, and West Coast. So if you have any questions, I'm here for you. I do not read applications, but I am very eager to help students learn more about international education, London Metropolitan University, and help you with anything that you might need. And so you can, if you have any questions, you can email me here, or you can just email usa@londonmet.ac.uk. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of London Metropolitan University, or London Met for short. We are located in central England. We have 2 campuses, our Holloway Road campus and our Altgate campus. We're about mid-sized, so we have about 10,000 students. And the really unique thing about London Metropolitan University is we offer 3-year bachelor's programs and 1-year master programs. And so we also have international student scholarships, and we accept US financial aid and veterans benefits. So there's a lot of different things that we offer at London Met. One thing that we're big on at London Met is diversity and making the university accessible to anyone and everyone. 64% of our students are BAME students, which stands for Black, Asian, or Minority Ethnic students. And we have students from over 120 different nationalities represented. And 96% of our students come from at least one underrepresented group in higher education. And so we really want to make the university accessible to everyone, no matter your culture, your thought process, or anything. We want you, and we want you to feel welcome on our campus. One of our famous alumnuses from London Met is Sadiq Khan, who is the current mayor of London. And he believes in London as a higher education capital of the world. And that's something that we really strive to be at Metropolitan University. So why should you consider getting your full degree in the UK? I know we're comfortable in the US and it can be really fun to be here. But like I mentioned before, you can get your bachelor's degree in 3 years. So, we just kind of cut off 1 year of tuition, and we are also a lot more affordable in a lot of cases than out-of-state or private options. So our tuition for the entire year is about somewhere between $18,000 and $21,000. That doesn't include the living costs and tuition, just the living costs. So that can range depending on the type of lifestyle you want to live, but it can often be a lot cheaper than other universities. Again, we do offer international student scholarships. So just by being an international student, you qualify for scholarships. And unlike students from other countries, we actually have US financial aid, which we can use to help use towards our tuition and towards our studies. So again, you can get your degree really quickly. If you want to get a second master's, you could still get it in a year. So there's a lot of different options. And that's why you should consider getting your degree in the UK. A little bit about the application process. We have a January and a September start date, and we are rolling admissions just like Mississippi State. So in this case, we actually have a student who applied in early August to start school in September of this year. So we're very, very, very rolling. Our entry requirements are about a 3.0 GPA or a 2.7 associate's GPA. And if your degree is, if your GPA is a little bit lower than that, that's okay. You can always contact me and I will help you walk you through that process, because we also have something called a foundation year, which students who have a little bit lower of a GPA can apply to, and that can allow them to study at the university. It's just an extra year, so it would be that traditional 4 years. And again, we always tell students to apply as early as possible so that they can get access to scholarships. So now I'm going to go through a bunch of pictures just to give you a feel for what it's really like on campus. And so this is an aerial view from our Holloway Road campus, which is our flagship campus. Here are some of the programs that we offer. We have over 200 programs. We have programs in art and science and social sciences, human sciences, just about everything. This is our Holloway Road campus. And this, again, our flagship campus. It has our library, our gym, our student union. We're right next to the Emirates Stadium where Arsenal Football Club plays. If any of you are into soccer or Premier League, it's one of the teams in the Premier League. And I do mean right next to the stadium. We're also about a 5-minute walk from King's Cross Station, where you can catch the train to Hogwarts from platform 9 3/4. But in all seriousness, it's actually 5 minutes away. And that's actually connected to St. Pancras Station, where you can catch the Eurostar to Europe. So you can go from London to Paris in like 2 hours. And so all of that is right by our Holloway Road campus in central London. And then if you're more art inclined, this is our Altgate campus, which is located in East London, which houses our architecture, fine arts, theater, all of those different more more artistically inclined courses. Now I'm going to go through a couple more pictures. So this is our Super Lab, which is our new 30 million pound Super Lab, one of the largest science centers in all of Europe. One of our learning centers, and I always like to talk about this because a lot of times when you think about London, you think of this super old, archaic, ancient architecture. But one of the things we've tried to do is really combine those classical elements of London with new, more, I say, IKEA-esque interior design and architecture. And so you can see that in one of our learning centers, some of our cutting edge classrooms, all modern and very, very chic. We have a new 100,000 pound TV studio and newsroom that students have access to. These are some of the art, architecture, and design studios. And these are all student art pieces here. And then there's a million different cafes, bars, and chill out zones on campus and around campus because we really want to give students that urban experience, and the whole city is your campus. And one of the things that's really awesome is we have gyms, sports hall, and dance studios. London was actually ranked the #1 city for international study, beating out Paris, beating out Tokyo, beating out all these other cities because there's so many students from around the world just enjoying the space and learning from each other. A little bit about the accommodation. There's really 2 options. So some students decide to get the private flat share, which is shared amongst different universities around London Met. And so that's an option. And then other students, you can also just find your own flat, which is just another word for apartment around the city and community campus. So it really just depends what you're looking for. Again, there's so many different reasons why you should think about moving to London and moving to the UK. Europe is just right there. If you were looking to travel, you can take a weekend trip to Paris or Brussels or Ireland. I remember when my wife, who studied in the UK, we took a $17 round trip ticket to Ireland. So it's really easy. It can be really cheap to travel while you're in the UK as well. Again, you have access to all of the UK. So you can go to Scotland, Ireland, Wales, so many things that you have access to. And then I always tell students just to check out this video. If you want to get a feel for what it's like on campus, it's the Do Something You Love tour. It'll give you a really good feel for what it's like actually being on campus. And again, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me here, jadon.joyner@londonmet.ac.uk. Again, I'm here for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. All right, thank you.
Great, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody's time in presenting. So I'm going to invite all of the presenters back on and we're going to do, I think, 1 question and answer. We're going to follow the same order that we were in before. So I'm going to share here the question. Okay, so the question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And I'm going to invite the University of South Florida to go first.
Yeah, awesome. That's a good question. So if I'm talking to a first-time college student, I would give them the advice of making sure that they do all their college visits in person or even virtually, as many as they can to really see which campus is right for them. And then always feeling free to reach out to their reps, because that's why we're here. We like to talk about the campus and we're here for you guys. So always feel free to reach out.
Great, thank you so much. Florida Southern College, you're up next.
I love the opportunity to, we mentioned visits and going to visit. One thing I'll share is understanding the culture and the vibe of the campus and knowing it's going to be your home for the next 4 years or 3, depending upon the schools that you're picking, the credits you're coming in with, and making sure you're a good fit. You don't have to follow the flock. As somebody had said once to me, you can go and make your own path wherever it is that's going to be a good fit for you. And one way to figure that out, go and visit a campus and look absolutely lost. See who helps you and see if that's going to be the right fit for you on that college campus based on what you're looking for. Do you want big, small, medium, in between, sit in the back of the classroom or be in the front of the class? Figure that out, what you're looking for in that culture and vibe, and go with it.
Awesome, thank you so much. Mississippi State.
Similarly to my colleagues, it's just going to visit campus. I think one of the biggest things someone told me that I've always carried is that you need to find an institution that is going to invest in you as a person. It needs to, I call it the trifecta. It's got to fit you academically. Obviously, they need to have what you want to study. It needs to fit you financially. You want to make sure they're investing in you. But then, as Joe just mentioned, you want to make sure it fits you culturally. So with those 3 things, you're not going to make a wrong decision. And it's important to know that there is no wrong decision and that this is your decision. So, and just know that we're all in the corner of you.
Perfect, thank you so much. And London Met.
Yeah, all of that was fantastic advice. I'm gonna give kind of 2 quick ones. So one, I would say, try your best to talk to someone from the school, maybe a student, just to get a feel for what it's actually like on campus, because we're all going to tell you all the great things, but try to speak to someone and see what their experience was like. And then I would also say, no matter what school you choose, please do some kind of study abroad, do some kind of travel while you're in college. It's the best time to see the world, see other parts of the country, and people will pay for you to do it. So please, 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 no matter what school you choose, get out and just see more of the world.
Awesome advice. Thank you so much, everyone. And with that, we are going to wrap up this session. So a couple quick things. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you again to all the presenters. Fabulous job this evening. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you're willing to provide. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as the other sessions recordings at strivescan.com/Cristo Rey. And that is all for the evening. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.